Did you mention Brett Cooper leaving the Daily Wire? I covered it yesterday, and I will talk about it a little bit more today as well. She is leaving the Daily Wire, and something that's really interesting about that, I think it was Matt Lech that spoke on it. I saw it on the timeline. Someone tweeted a very interesting thing about that, where they were like, notice how left media doesn't have these like contract negotiation time dramas. Like end of the year, there's always like some weird, there's always some sort of like weird shakeups happening. Like it was Steven Crowder, it was Steven Crowder before. Interesting how media shakeups happen around this time. Yearly contracts start expiring. Remember last year, Candace Owens was feigning anti-Zionism and Crowder was taking big con the year prior. Wonder if these sorts of career concerns ever influence lefty media behavior. That was a great take, honestly, from Matt Lech. Lech or Lech? It is truly interesting that that Brett Cooper is the most prominent media figure, the most prominent media personality of Daily Wire. Like straight up. If you look at her numbers, Brett Cooper is popping off. She's been carrying the Daily Wire. And I think that you're the Brett Cooper of the left. Okay, first of all, they literally ripped my shit and restructured in a very fake format the thing that I've been doing for years, but this time in an inauthentic way. But it doesn't matter because like they still popped off. They were able to do it in a very successful way. Like I will recognize that. And yeah, switch camera angles more. Yeah, this is what I gotta do actually. Like, what's up, guys? It's like, hello, what's happening? What's going on? Hi, I'm leaving the Daily Wire. Like, I'm leaving the Daily Wire. Hello. Yeah, there you go. I did it. Cinema, that's actually sick. Yeah, don't worry, I got you. Her room looks more organized than yours. Yeah, because that's not a real room, dummy. That's a fucking set. A major journalist contacted me to ask me about Elon Musk's Diablo 4 leaderboard ranking. Yeah, I think it's fake. I'm almost certain he's paying for someone to do that. Does the Young Turk stuff count as left contract stuff? I don't know. I don't know if DYT has like the same contractual situations. Maybe. But like, this kind of stuff happens for sure. But I think for many people, it's ideology that keeps them going, right? It's like the ideological goals that keeps them going. But obviously, if you're on the right, you don't really necessarily care. There's like they're failed actors, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna pee. I'll be back.
Rumors online, and the rumors are mostly true. Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section and working for the Daily Wire. It is not true that I am being forced out. It was my own choice to leave. And believe me, this is bittersweet. I have had the most unbelievable 3 years helping to craft the show, building this community, and telling stories and sharing the truth every day. Through the comment section, you all have made me braver, more articulate, more thoughtful, more hopeful than I could have ever imagined. And I'm grateful that we spent this time together. And I'm grateful that the Daily Wire gave us a platform to grow this community. But at this point in my life, I am ready to take on a new direction, both personally and professionally. This means new challenges and new endeavors, which I will share with you soon. As for this show, the comment section will continue with the Daily Wire. My producer, Reagan, is taking over as host of the comment section, and I wish her and the Daily Wire all the best. We have had 3 great years, and I am proud of what we've accomplished together. Leaving the show and the platforms that we've built is hard, but I'm very excited for what's to come. Knowing that we have brought so many people together in laughter over these last 3 years means the world to me. I appreciate all of you, so let's chat again soon. But in the meantime, go touch some grass, kick some rocks, and we'll catch up shortly. And now for some final thoughts from the God King himself, Jeremy Boring.
Bittersweet indeed. We're sad to see Brett go, but we're excited to see her take the next step in her journey. Brett's an amazing talent, both as a personality and as an actress. It's been a pleasure to see her bring the comment section to life these last 3 years, and her performance.
She has better camera angles and lighting than you. Yeah, no shit. She has like a straightforward professional setup. Like, you guys are comparing my independent, individual operation to a multi-million-dollar structure. Okay? Like, they are a multi-million-dollar company. I think Ben Shapiro is worth like $50 million, dude. I mean, they were offering Steven Crowder. They're so much larger than just like a couple million. Are we crazy? Did we forget that Steven Crowder was offered by the Daily Wire a straight up $50 million contract? And he said, this is slavery. Here it is. Far-right blowhard calls 50 million Daily Wire offer a slave contract. It's also not a better setup for what she is doing or what you are doing. You're doing a live stream. It's supposed to be a real person in a real house expressing their opinions. That's exactly what your setup indicates, whereas hers shows you that it's completely made up. Yeah, but that's the difference. Like, for the average onlooker, like, they don't care. Especially conservative audiences tend to be a little bit older too. And they don't give a shit. Like, they like it. I think, like I said, she presents a softer face. In my opinion, she presents a softer face on like right-wing commentary. She covers cultural issues and things like that. And there's definitely an audience for it. And that's why she's been popping off. She's been popping off harder than Ben Shapiro has on the Daily Wire broadcast, which is part of the reason why I think she wanted to go solo dolo.
In the Pendragon cycle is sensational. I'm certain that whatever Brett creates next will be filled with the same joy and laughter and heart that she's brought to all of her work at the Daily Wire. And we wish her nothing but the best.
So, my friends, while I have you here, I thought we could run it back one last time with the comment section. And last night, I was sitting at my laptop, literally racking my brain, trying to think about what would be the perfect last episode. I mean, there was so much that happened over the weekend that I desperately wanted to talk to you about.
She's definitely fetishized too. I mean, I can't speak on that, but I'm sure there is that. For, like, it makes sense. It is a misogynistic audience. I think a lot of ladies probably like her too. There's a lot of older men that like her. There's a lot of ladies that like her just because her Snow White movie fell apart. Who is this? Should I ask her for streamers and cars? Nick Pollum, don't even fucking start. If you do a collab with her and your fraudulent ass did not even collaborate with me while you were in my backyard in Los Angeles, California, let me tell you something, okay? I'm sorry, I was knee deep in some shit. You feel me? No, I don't feel you. No, I don't feel you, okay? She's literally pretending to be a teen. It's weird as fuck. Yeah. I had a nasty 60-some-year-old alcoholic patient watching her on his iPad in the hospital, Lamau. Nick invites her and then surprises her with you. Hold on. All right, let me check. I'm restructuring and rescheduling some stuff right now. Let chat parasocially guide you for collabs, interacting with others, etc. Yeah, I can't even, I'm parasocial at this point, you know, with Nick Pollum, because now we used to be boys. You know what I mean? We used to be fucking boys. Also, it's not suspicious that he's in here chirping in the chat because Maya Higa is about to be on the broadcast in a little bit. I'm just saying. I know what time it is, dude. I know what the fuck is up. Yeah. With me and Nick, we used to be boys. Now it's parasocial. Now that he won awards and shit, he doesn't fuck with me no more like that. It ain't like that. Do you think Ben in the Daily Wire in cope mode over this? I mean, I would be as a if I had like a media franchise and I lost my fucking star because I did not retain her talents by offering her a pretty solid contract, then yes, I would absolutely be a little bit shaken by it. You know what I mean? I am sorry. I will be there next time. Okay, it's my fault. All right, we got him. We got him. Have we discussed whether she looks like Ben Shapiro because of her views, or if she has her views because she looks like Ben Shapiro? No, I think she was like a failed actress, and therefore she just kind of looked like that. I don't think she had these views from the jump. I think like this is the failed actress route. With Ben Shapiro is like he was a failed writer, but he also kind of had these views from the jump. But I do suspect that she will be, if she tries to be authentic, I suspect that she'll be less conservative broadly. But if she wants the hits, if she wants the clicks, if she wants the grift, she's going to have to be a lot more aggro and a lot more overtly right wing. So we'll see. So yeah. Are you telling me she's not related to Ben Shapiro? I know it sounds insane, but she's not related to Ben Shapiro. But yeah, for the record, like with all the cutesy nonsense, like she's still over here talking about like how Jordan Neely deserved to be executed for being a scary nuisance. Okay, just so you understand, it's not like it's not like she's a nice person. She just has the aesthetics. She presents the aesthetics of like a softer, gentler approach. She's a Ben Shapiro with a filter. Nice of you to support independent media. Wait, what? I don't follow her on Instagram, but I did follow her on Twitter. I don't know why you had to fake this. I did recently follow her on Twitter because I wanted to see what was going on with this. I wanted to see where she'd be going next. Yeah, Brett's fans were all creepy old men fawning over a hot young girl streaming from her bedroom. That show was never about Brett giving actual political analysis. It was about using a cute young girl to reassure how right and in touch old conservatives are. There's a reason all the guys on Daily Wire have desks in offices and sets and smoke cigars where Brett is a colorful children's bedroom as hers. Yeah, I think they wanted to make inroads with a younger audience. And like I showed yesterday, she did. I don't think she made inroads with a younger audience necessarily, but she did definitely have, get a lot of play. She was kind of carrying the franchise a little bit. Like she was the Daily Wire's most successful She was the Daily Wire's most successful entity. Okay. Why didn't she stream? Seems like they tried to emulate streaming, but it was all scripted. Yeah. I think it's really interesting that that like what I've been doing, and this isn't like me gassing myself up. Like we saw this with Turning Point USA and other right-wing groups when they had like their documents leaked. They openly were talking about having like emulating what I do. And this is the process. Like they literally were like, let's make a show of someone who is like fake streaming from their bedroom or from their living room, whatever, in an identical fashion to what we've seen with other successful media products in the political sphere. This, which is crazy. That means that they're not only watching, but also, you know, they're emulating it. Some Nazi iCarly shit. Yeah. Honestly, though, does she really think she would get the bag on this? She's a woman working for a very conservative right-wing media group. They would be happy to let her go so they don't have to pay her more. To be fair, they did stream every once in a while. Yeah, but they're probably ass. Like, look at those streams, dude. They're an hour long, and I'm sure that they were very controlled. And notice how little views they got. Except for, I guess, live from Buckingham Palace.
We're actually here. I think they thought we were faking when we said that we were going to be at, look behind us, Buckingham Palace.
We are here.
The day of the coronation. How exciting.
Wow. Both of the girlies that are no longer with the Daily Wire. Look at that. Both of the girlies. How would someone be able to hear me call HC dumb and then respond in the chat saying, says you? I don't know. Why are you asking me about your chat battles? Let's, they have.
Yes, you are correct, Kate Middleton. She looked absolutely, there was a woman bishop, which was very.
Right out here, actually. I don't know what they were protesting.
Probably the king.
Probably. They're British, but I think it's very cool to see how different countries come together.
Fashion faux pas. She wore this.
They did a 10-minute live stream. That's crazy. And then also on top of that, like, rating the memes with the original meme lord.
I haven't really ridden recently, but we do need to do a horse girl video at some point. Okay, moving on. Okay. That's good. That looks like every person that I react to in a TikTok. This is basically every person.
This is so shit, dude.
Because I don't really care if you guys see my screen. I don't have anything incriminating on this. What is that?
You guys don't remember this?
I don't remember this.
No. Am I supposed to know?
It's a good reaction meme, though.
Yeah.
They were I think it was the Golden Globes, and someone on.
This shit is ass. No wonder they have. No wonder the.
Welcome back to the comment section.
This is no wonder this is like obviously a very clearly streamlined process that they made. Twitch experience, both for boomers. Yeah. I can radicalize Candace. I'll fix her. She just needs to give me a chance. Okay, stop. Candace Owens is, Candace Owens is radicalized all on her own. Trust. Okay. She's radicalized in a different direction. And not in a direction where you can do anything with that. I wonder if am I still blocked by Candace? Oh, maybe she unblocked me. Oh no, I am still blocked, but I can now see people beyond the block. Shouts out to Twitter for that. Making an important announcement today on the show. I will then joined by a most special guest to discuss that announcement. This will be the most important piece of content I've ever shared. It premieres in 38 minutes. You think she's going to link up with Brett Cooper? I doubt it. Because the way I see it is like Candace is I mean, she's too toxic. You know what I mean? She's like entirely too toxic. She pops off. Like she also does really well. Okay. She does really well. Make no mistake. But there is, like, she is overtly anti-Semitic, but more importantly for the conservative movement, it's not the anti-Semitism that's a problem. That much is clear. They literally hired her knowing full well that she was anti-Semitic. She's also an anti-Zionist on top of that. She's anti-Semitic, but also anti-Israel. And that, well, that's a bridge too far. That's completely unacceptable. And she got fired for it from the Daily Wire for that reason. So I don't think someone like Brett Cooper, unless they are ideologically committed to presenting themselves or collaborating and aligning with like someone who is an overt anti-Semite, I doubt that. I doubt that she will do that. Does that make sense? But maybe I'm wrong. You were wrong about the Queen. Yeah, I mean, the Queen is probably like Clandis. New former Israeli President Reuven Rivlin said that relations between Israel and Queen Elizabeth II were difficult because she believed that every Israeli was either a terrorist or the son of a terrorist. Yeah, I think the Queen probably has a different approach. You know what I mean? I don't think she's like a diehard anti-Zionist necessarily, but in the Clandis Owens type. I suspect she's on the Clandis Owens category. Well, I mean, also she was alive when they did do terrorism. If you listen to my Oxford and Cambridge speech, I brought this up, but like the people that did the acts of terror that were responsible for the King David Hotel like bombing campaign that killed a shit ton of people, that killed like 91 people, were never allowed back into the UK because they were considered terrorists. They were designated terrorists. So that was the British, the King David Hotel bombing was the British headquarters in British Mandate Palestine. And the early Zionist militias, like they did an act of terror there. And that's the reason why I think she's saying that. I don't think she's, yeah. There are a couple things here. I don't think the Queen is a I don't think the Queen is necessarily anti-Zionist. I think she's more anti-Semitic. You know, she's right for the wrong reasons. I should have said was because she's dead. Anyway, yeah. I have noticed that like there is definitely a lot of motion on right-wing commentary, but like not in the original, not in the OG right-wing commentator sphere. There's a lot of motion outside of that. If I were to put this on a spectrum of right-wing sentiment, to get back to the Brett Cooper situation, you have the Daily Wires that are on a downtrend, okay? You have the Daily Wires that are on a downtrend. You have the Steven Crowders that are dying, right? Like they're done, they're cooked. But then there's a crop of like much edgier, much more insane right-wing content creators out there, like the Clandis Owenses of the world and the Tyler Hitler Veras of the world. And even someone who like Asmongold, who have leaned into this like I like the Tyler Oliveras of the world attitude. And those guys are popping. Like they are putting insane numbers on the board. They're putting numbers on the board like I've never seen before. You know what I mean? Like it's a little bit meta chasing in the case of Asmongold, I would say, because I don't think he has like a coherent, consistent world view that that revolves around, you know, consistently hitting like right-wing talking points. But it's like, I mean, look, the shock of truth we just found out CEO killer. Like, his company suddenly no longer care about DEI after Trump's win. 1 million views. Like, he's always had a relatively socially conservative bent when it comes to like DEI, woke shit, wokeness in video games. And he has found a comfortable space in talking about, like, you know, right-wing politics in general. His views is pixelated titties are good and woke is bad. But yeah, it's you know, this stuff is banging. Like his like super basic right wing, like, look how stupid the liberals are content is popping off. Now, having said that, outside of that space, like the Candace Owenses of the world are popping off as well. A lot of people also in the podcast sphere, are, you know, they're getting tremendous play. All the top podcasts are incredibly right wing. You got Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. Like, I'm not even talking like regular old Republican right wing. I'm talking like Christian nationalists, openly saying like insane hysterical shit about Christianity, leaning into overt anti-Semitic sentiments. So it's bad. It's not good, folks. It's bad. Some of them are connected with the manosphere. A lot of those manosphere guys are also, in the way that they are leaning, a lot of those manosphere guys, in the way that they're leaning into like right-wing commentary, they've also increased the stakes a lot. You know? All the while, we're still here.